Hello there, my Capricorn Collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Ooh. 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 Mind the heartbreak energy here. Oh, sweet Jesus. So you've been hurt before, you've been taken advantage of before here, so keep that energy. This is like wearing your heart on your sleeve as well. Maybe some of you have a tattoo. With the Seven of Cups. Oh, Capricorn. Some of you, it's a very confusing sort of energy with you. Because I feel like you should be dating. I feel like there's great options. There's great opportunities for you. But at the same time, you got just as many shitty options and just as many shitty opportunities. So when it comes to making decisions, wear your heart on your sleeve, but also you need to be mindful of the heartbreak energy there as well. All right, work, love, life vibes, because you're pulling the Aries energy, and then you got the Seven of Cups. So I don't know, Capricorn, when it comes to you, whether this is just work related or you got so many, it's almost like you're at a smorgasbord. But what do? I don't feel like you need to do anything but prioritize yourself. That's why, damn, Capricorn. Kind of appropriate, though. You are the card of codependency and doing your shadow work. And understanding yourself, understanding why you choose the partners that you do, understanding life, love, and all that good stuff, and what that means for you in particular. This is you making the choices, the Emperor energy. This is you making those choices. I feel like there's so many people that want to like just create illusion and confusion when it comes to you because of this sort of emphasis on yourself here. So those of you doing the shadow work are attracting a lot of the people that haven't done their shadow work. And that's what makes you interesting. You're definitely you get a lot of attention. So the same time, perfect dating energy, and at the same time, you're going to have some good ones and some bad ones, and some that are just going to be a waste of time with you. So make sure that you're really making the smart choices. I do feel like the astrology for you is kind of helping you out, whether you realize this or not. Because I do feel like there's at least 2 options or opportunities that didn't work out. And that was actually a positive for you. Whether you see that now or you'll realize it after the fact that it wasn't the right choice. I do feel like it's romantic energy with you. Romantic energy or business partners. You are pulling a business, babe. Yeah. There's at least 2 options or opportunities that didn't work out. Trust in the instincts and trust in the intuition. Yeah, it's like date, don't date, trust your instincts. You know, you got a lot of options, but that doesn't always mean anything. The more options that you have, the more likely you are to make the wrong choices because you're overwhelmed. So don't let yourself be overwhelmed. If you're feeling yourself be overwhelmed, get back to that Emperor energy where you're making smart choices. And you're the one that's making the smart choices instead of whoever wants to bring this sort of illusion and confusion energy with regard to you. Especially with the interpersonals. Because, I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily just romantic energy with you or friendship vibes. I feel like the astrology with you. There's the Empress. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the Six of Wands. That's like your energy there, but that Six of Wands is definitely that Knight of Pentacle energy there. Oh, sweet Jesus. They're at the Four of Pentacles. You don't need to do anything. Just make sure you're prioritizing yourself. Ooh. So the Emperor, the Empress vibes. That's kind of like a counterpart energy with you, Capricorn. But the Empress energy is in the Queen of Swords, the Six of Wands. They're at the Four of Pentacles. So the Empress energy is going to bring in that illusion and confusion so that way you're not making smart choices. Because It's not lack of, but sometimes the more options that you have, it doesn't always make it better, right? Those of you that's just sort of like prioritizing yourself. The Sagittarius, Capricorn, we got cut off at the 11:11 alarm. So I feel like whatever the hell the energy is with you here, it's so much bigger than you. So trusting the vibes, the Chariot energy is always Archangel Michael energy. I don't feel a lot of religious vibes with you, but take what's yours and leave what's not. Trust in the vibes here. Capricorn. I feel like you're just prioritizing yourself. So hopefully this Sagittarius, this Aquarius energy with you is you loving yourself. Some of you do be mindful of the Sagittarius and the Aquarius energy there at that 3 of Cups. Because you got this sort of illusion and confusion energy. So you have a lot of people making you promises or wanting to sort of dictate your decision making here. Because the Empress is all about gaining for themselves here. And that's like the counterpart energy when it comes to you, Capricorn. Those of you, make sure you have the right contracts in place with regard to any kind of working relationship or partnership, or some of you, even with regard to romantic relationships or partnerships, Capricorn. Ooh. Page of Pentacles. What are you paying attention to? What are you paying attention to? Capricorn, this is given like lucky penny vibes, or those of you, if you have like a lucky charm, maybe you wear a necklace or a pendant or something like that. Those of you, if you have like you wear the St. Christopher, or maybe you have a cross, or some of you, Archangel Michael energy there with that chariot vibes. Yeah, pay attention to the astrology. Because there's like good options and good opportunities, but some of you, you can have like too many choices, and that with the more choices that you have, the more choices you have to fuck up. So make sure you take your time here. Because it's never lack of with you, but some of you, that doesn't really mean anything. You could have 5 options and all of them be shit. So take your time. The clarity's coming in. Do watch your favorite astrologer as well, Capricorn. The Page of Pentacles for some of you could be if you have an odd superstition. The Empress energy is all about the illusion and confusion, and the Empress energy is definitely going to be more focused on themselves. So you could be dealing with a very selfish energy here. Work, love, life vibes. Capricorn, for those of you, be mindful if you take on a new partner, what kind of X energy they have, especially if this is like a business partner, or those of you, Capricorn, can't stress it enough. If you bring in a new business partner and their partner wants to be like all up in the business vibes as well, some of y'all really be mindful of who you choose to be in your energy and who they have in their energy as well. Because the Empress energy sees you as a counterpart. So they're gonna kind of come in and want to sort of dictate everything as well. Make sure you have the right contracts in place with regard to any relationship or partnership. Make sure you're self-producing, self-publishing. 7 of Pentacles, the Leo vibe. Someone is growing impatient because you haven't made a decision. Those of you with Capricorn in your astrology, but Capricorn has just kind of been stagnant, this is like a positive vibe for you. It's more of an emphasis on doing the shadow work, so you avoid like shitty options or shitty opportunities. Yeah, the Leo energy. Leo with the Libra rising. The Leo don't like the fact that something isn't working out good for them, but it's creating more of a hassle when it comes to them. You really need to just trust your instincts and trust your intuition. Those of you with an odd fucking superstition, this could be an odd superstition, or if you have like a lucky charm energy. I don't know if you're religious or spiritual. Maybe you wear like a Saint Christopher or a cross or something like that. Or some of you, that's just like the odd, um, your odd superstition. Someone is that keeps coming up for you. Someone isn't single, or some of you, when you bring on a new partner, pay attention to the partners that they have or they've had in the past, so that way their partner don't come in and kind of over dominate. So Capricorn, you could meet somebody. They're going to be rather. This should be a person that seems rather friendly and very amicable, but they have a. Their partner is like a total fucking terror. You know what I mean? Um, those that are kind of. They seem kind of mousy and not very. Um, their partner makes all their decisions. And if you're getting into partnership with this person, you're not, that person really isn't the one you're in a partnership with. You're in a partner with their partner. So those of you from a business perspective, before you sign that contract, really figure out who they're working with and who they have to answer to, or who's kind of directing their decision making. Even interpersonals, right? So they could be a great person, but if they got a very dominant partner that kind of informs their decision making, that would be who kind of does it. So those, oh sweet Jesus, Capricorn. Look, just because you have a lot of options doesn't make it easier, and you really need to make sure that you're paying attention. Ooh, Capricorn. The astrology for you is saying no. Those of you trusting your instincts and trusting your intuition. Someone has wasted a lot of time, energy, and attention trying to create this sort of illusion and confusion energy, but it just comes back to kind of keep them more stuck or stagnant, especially with this Leo, the King of Wands there at the Libra vibe. So you could have an interesting Leo, Libra sort of transiting vibe going on with your astrology. I feel like the astrology is working out for you. The universe, just making sure that you're like trusting your instincts and trusting your intuition. Because there's two options you turned down that were actually, things didn't work out and you didn't understand it. So like every time you tried to make something work and it didn't work, and you probably got frustrated, it was actually to your benefit. Hopefully you were trusting it. Ooh, I love this. Those of you Capricorn Moon in particular. Look, it's not the partners that you choose, it's who's sort of directing their decision making. Those of you dating, if you date somebody and they have a not so positive relationship with their ex, I mean, decide maybe early on if that's what you want to deal with. Those of you taking on a business partner, they may seem like the perfect person, but if they're not able to make their own decisions, so they're kind of a little, it's kind of like mousy energy. They're not really a dominant person, but their partner is like really dominant. This is a person that don't really make their own decisions. They could be great, they could be super smart, they could be super talented, but at the same time, whoever is sort of directing their decision making is an absolute not going to be like the perfect option for you. So pay attention to that. Especially if you've got a lot of people to choose from. So you would be dating, you would be interviewing, you would be out there. You know you have options, you know you have opportunities. But being very mindful and very specific as to who you bring into your vibe. Because they could be the greatest person in the world, but if they're attached to someone that kind of, this person doesn't make their own decisions. So if they don't come across as being like authoritative and able to make a decision and they make their own decisions, make sure you find somebody that's able to do that. Because their decisions are made by somebody else. Ooh. Odd superstitions, or those of you that have like, it feels like a St. Christopher or a cross or a specific piece of jewelry that you like. The Leo and Libra energy has spent a lot of time trying to create this illusion and confusion energy. So someone wanting to come towards you isn't single. And those of you from a business perspective, it's kind of like that. So, you know, if you're all about like being green and you get like a job option or a job opportunity and then you realize they're anything but, it's kind of like that energy. It's not, pay attention. Because someone isn't single. You get them, you get their partner. Self-producing, self-publishing. What's with the Pisces vibe? Capricorn, for a lot of you, this is bigger than you. So this is those of you getting that upgrade, this is a success energy. And make sure you're making smart choices. And some of you, just because you have more choices doesn't necessarily mean anything. You just got more sort of decision making there. You don't need to be doing anything. But that feels like the astrology with you. Because you're kind of good on your own. You've been really good on your own here. So that's why you would be dating, or you would be interviewing, or you would be looking at like options or opportunities. So you kind of have to be in that energy. You know what I mean? And it's like the perfect time for you. Just make sure that you're really making smart choices. Some of you micromanaging. The Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, they're at the Eight of Pentacles. Someone needs you more all up in your emotions and your feels, so you're not making smart choices here. All this manipulation with you. Interesting astrology, though. So hopefully you're watching your favorite astrologer as well, Capricorn. Because I feel like the astrology is actually working out for you. Especially if you're not making decisions. But you're not making decisions because you don't have to. That's what makes the difference. So, you know, if you like the vibe that you're in, self-produce, self-publish, you're good. Some of you, make sure you're micromanaging when it comes to options or opportunities. Don't choose a partner that is don't choose a partner that's easily malleable. So they could be like the greatest, the smartest person, but if they got a partner that dominates them, then you're not really getting that person's sort of vibe. You're going to get whoever the hell they're partners with. So do pay attention to that. You need to be embodying the Sagittarius Aquarius energy, but maybe for some of you, be mindful of a Sagittarius or Aquarius energy. Because the Sagittarius and the Aquarius are there at that Three of Cups. Those of you that know your astrology, that could be the astrology with you. Take what's yours and leave what's not. I like this for you. Take your time. Some of you don't really have to do anything. That's what makes the difference. If you're not really feeling stagnant. You're just kind of, I don't know, looking at your options, looking at your opportunities. So you would be dating, you would be interviewing, you would be open to new ideas. This is, just because you have more choices doesn't necessarily make it easier. It just, you're going to have to spend a little bit more time figuring out who or what's the best option or opportunity. Because you're going to get success on your own here. Whether you're in a relationship or partnership, or whether you sign that contract. Those of you, even if you do sign that contract, self-producing, self-publishing. Ooh, look at you go, Capricorn. The Empress energy sees you as a counterpart, and they're going to be focused on themselves. So keep that in mind. And the Empress energy there for some of you is attached to a relationship or partnership that wants to come in. But that person doesn't make their own decisions. Their partner makes their decisions. So, you know, maybe don't choose the one that's easily malleable or the one that really has shitty choices and partners. Work, love, life vibes, Capricorn. Oh, you want a song, Capricorn? What's the song for Capricorn? What's the song for Capricorn? Oh, you're getting, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. So, ooh. That's not a positive. That feels like someone wanting to come into your energy. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, someone wants to keep that illusion and confusion energy going with you. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Ooh, maybe take a little vow celibacy. Look at things from a different perspective here. Definitely, it's a fertile energy, so make sure that you're making smart choices. And some of you trust if something doesn't work out, because I know something. You've had at least 2 instances where things didn't work out and it kind of agitated you. But it's actually to your betterment, Capricorn. Peace, love, and light, Capricorn.